Yes, hello everyone. So the next chapter which I'm going to start with, because just now we have completed with 3 chapters: relations, functions, inverse trigonometric functions, then vector algebra. Okay. So the next chapter which I'm going to start with is what? Three-dimensional geometry. Very important concept as far as concerned with all the higher studies. When you go, three-dimensional geometry is very important. So concerned to three-dimensional geometry, already in your first year naga salpa basic concepts kaltidri. Okay. So what does this three-dimensional geometry means? Means three-dimensional figures will be included in this. So three-dimensional geometry niಮಗೆ ಕಲಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ you should know the concept of vector algebra. Very important. Vector algebra ನಾಗ ಯಾವ concepts ಬಂದಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, that is all important to know the concept of three-dimensional geometry. So let me recall once in a short what all you have learnt in vector algebra. Definitions you have learnt. Okay. Please read all those definitions, that is zero vector or position vector, negative vector. Definitions, 1 mark definitely they are going to ask. After that you have also learnt about direction cosines and direction ratios. Please remember these two terms: direction cosines, direction ratios. Even these two terms are also included when you are solving with three-dimensional geometry. Then you need to know about vector algebra. So vector algebra daga ಏನ್ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ vector addition ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ರಿ. Okay. So in general, if you represent one vector as ai plus bj plus ck, this is a vector. So with respect to the vector, you have learnt addition, subtraction. Okay. Then the most two important concept what you had studied was scalar dot product. Okay, based on this examples you had studied. Okay, then vector cross product. Two very important concepts: scalar dot product and vector cross product. In dot product you should know what is this. This is the symbol used, and in vector cross product you had used the cross symbol. Okay, then in vector cross product only most of the important examples will come, that is finding the area of a parallelogram or a triangle. ಆ ತರದೇನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ನಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾವ. ಸ್ಕೇಲಾರ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ನಾಗ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಬರ್ತಾವ? ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ perpendicular to that or some other examples which we have solved for 1 or 2 marks. Those are very important as far as concerned with scalar dot product. A dot B find ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅಥವಾ ಇದ್ರೊಳಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ರಿ, projection of a vector. Okay, this is also important. Okay, how to find projection of a vector on other vector. In scalar dot product it will come. Okay, then also you had learnt one more derivation, that is section formula. So this is all just a outline of all the vector algebra concepts whatever you have learnt. Okay, so as far as concerned with vector algebra, please don't neglect this, because 2 or 3 marks questions are very easy questions here, especially based on dot product and cross product they'll come, or on projection they may come. Questions will be very simple. See that you learn them very properly. Okay. Now after this we have to study with three-dimensional geometry. So in three-dimensional geometry there are many things what you are going to come across when you are solving with three-dimensional geometry. So most basically three-dimensional geometry olaga direction cosines and direction ratios barta, basic concepts olaga. Okay, then relation between these two, relation between direction cosines and direction ratios, that is also important. Then direction cosine of a line passing. Okay, line passing through 2 points if they have asked. Okay, then direction cosines of coordinates you have. Then also you have parallelism and perpendicularity. two important conditions these are. Even these conditions you have studied in vector algebra also. A is parallel to B, then what should be the condition? When A is perpendicular to B, what should be the condition? That is based on dot product. You have studied that. Okay. Then you have direction cosines and direction ratios on basis of vector algebra. So these are the basic concepts whatever are included here. So here comes two concepts here. One will be with respect to a line. The other one will be with respect to a plane. Okay. So one equation in ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು with respect to line ಇರ್ತದ or one more with respect to plane ಇರ್ತದ. Okay. You have to derive the equations of a line passing through the line or passing through a plane. Very important again these two concepts. Okay, with respect to line, with respect to plane. Direct questions are very easy questions ಇರ್ತಾವೆ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ 3D ಮೇಲೆ. So try to recall all the points what you have learnt in vector algebra, because vector algebra is the basic foundation in order to learn three-dimensional geometry. And one more important thing is what you have to imagine the things here. Imagination plays a very important role when you are studying with three-dimensional geometry, because you have to imagine one more, that is 3 dimension andre ನೀವು space ಅಲ್ಲಿ consider ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. So you have to imagine there how it is going to form, because with respect to plane andre already plane surface mal irtada nim paper or pen or everything whatever you are solving it will be there in 2D, but 3D means you have to imagine that. Okay. So now what you have to do is basic concepts of vector algebra, whatever you have learnt, again recall it once again with your textbooks if you have, or see all the previous videos related to vector algebra. Okay. Then we can start with three-dimensional geometry. Okay. So today's class I'm going to just give you the introduction of three-dimensional geometry with respect to a space. Okay, very simple. That is direction cosines and direction ratios concept I'm going to explain you. So direction cosines and direction ratios. These two things I'm going to explain in this video. So cosines anta kotmele, the term itself tells you it is what? Cos of an angle. So first when it is given, what I have to take? I have to take a three-dimensional space here. Okay, X, Y and Z. So this is one space I'm considering. Okay, this is what? O. This is origin. Okay, next what I'm going to do? I'm going to construct one 3D space here in order to understand very better. This is your 3D space, means one cube I have considered. Obviously you know that cube is a three-dimensional figure. So here I take one point. This is, you know, obviously this is what? Position P. This is P. OP is called as what? Position vector now. OP is what? Position vector. Okay, as in same as in vector algebra what you had learned, angle with respect to X you can take it as alpha. Angle with respect to Y, that is OY, you can take it as beta. With respect to Z, you can take it as gamma. So alpha, beta, gamma are the angles, respective angles with respect to X, Y and Z. I have taken it. Only with respect to X, I can show you here on the side if this is O and if this is X. Okay. So here comes one, you can take one position vector OP here. So with respect to X, what you are taking, it will be equal to what? Alpha. Okay. Now we have to see what are direction cosines of an angle. So direction cosines already you have learnt in your vector algebra. What are those? Cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. Okay, these were given by what? L, M, N. If you remember it very much regarding vector algebra, cos alpha andre L, cos beta andre M, cos gamma andre N ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. Okay, if the same vector, if I extend it back here, the same vector ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, I am going to extend it little bit back. ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರ್ಸೇನಿ separate ಆಗಿ. So if you extend this, this angle becomes what? This becomes pi minus alpha. Okay. So you get one more on the opposite direction, cos of pi minus alpha, cos of pi minus beta, and cos of pi minus gamma. Okay. So basically direction cosine of an angle ತಗೋತೀರಿ, cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. ಇದು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಜಿಬ್ರಾನಾಗ ಏನಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ? L, M and N. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಅದೇನ ನಾವು ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನಾಗ ಆ ಲೈನ್ ಸೇಮ್ OP ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಏನದಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನಾಗ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ cos of pi minus alpha, cos of pi minus beta, cos of pi minus gamma. This is how it comes. This is alpha. If you extend the line, the remaining portion will be pi minus alpha. Same with respect to beta and gamma. So if you take this, this will be equal to what? Minus L, minus M and minus N. So idrinda nimge ಏನು conclude? What you can conclude that every three-dimensional space will have two direction cosines. Okay, in the opposite directions. This is the basic thing what you have to remember. Every 3D will have two direction cosines. Okay. So this is with respect to direction cosines. If in case if they ask you what are direction cosines, then what you have to do, you have to draw one three-dimensional space. You have to name all the things. What is OP, what is alpha, beta, gamma, what are X, Y and Z, what are the coordinates, what you have taken. Everything you have to explain it. Then write down the angles. Okay. If I want to take direction ratios, next important concept is what? Direction ratios. Direction ratios are what? They are just numbers. So I think you had remember we had named them as ABC. Direction ratios na navenant name madidvi? ABC. Okay. A by L is equal to B by M is equal to C by N. This is equal to some K you can take. Okay. So what you have taken? So direction cosines of the angles if you want to take, then A by L. What is that L? It is a three-dimensional geometrical space. Cos of an angle it's given. So you have to take it. A by L is equal to B by M is equal to C by N. Okay. This all three is equal to one constant term, that is K anta ತಗೊಂಡಿನಿ. A, B, C are what? They are numbers. They are nothing but direction ratios. So ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೀವು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ರ, if you remember, L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. This is basic identity. Okay. L square plus M square plus N square will be equal to what? 1. So now I take A is equal to KL, B is equal to Km and C is equal to Kn. Okay, if I take A square plus B square plus C square, then this will be equal to K square L square plus K square M square plus K square N square. So if I take K square common, what I get? L square plus M square plus N square. So what is L square plus M square plus N square? This identity, this is equal to what? 1. So you get the relation like this. That is what? A square plus B square plus C square is equal to K square into 1. So which is equal to K square. Okay. So K is equal to plus or minus root of A square plus B square plus C square. Okay, first thing what you had taken, A by L is equal to B by M is equal to C by N is equal to K you had taken. So A value L into K, B value M into K, C value N into K. Okay, so A is equal to LK, B is equal to m into k, and c is equal to n into k. Then squaring this side and this side, a square plus b square plus c square is equal to what? So k square l square plus k square m square plus k square n square. So if you take k square common, what will remain? L square plus m square plus n square. This is standard identity. This is equal to what? 1. So a square plus b square plus c square is equal to k square into 1. What is k square? It is. So by knowing the k square value, you will get the value of k. K value is what? Root of plus or minus root of a square plus b square plus c square. Okay, this is the most important identity what you are going to study. This is itself the value of k. Then if you want L is equal to what? By using this relation. A by L is equal to k andra. So if you want L value, L will be equal to A by k. M is equal to what? B by k. And N is equal to what? C by k. So if I want to find direction cosine L value find madbekandre A by k, k value another A divided by plus or minus root of A square plus B square plus C square. If I want m value, it is equal to b divided by plus or minus root of a square plus b square plus c square. If I want n value, it will be equal to c divided by plus or minus root of a square plus b square plus c square. So a, b, c ಒಂದು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನಿಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರ ಅಂದ್ರ a I plus b j plus c k ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರ ಅಂದ್ರ you can find L, m and n by using this relation. If direction ratios are given, that is a, b, c values are given, you can find direction cosines using this relation. So in the next class, I am going to tell you what is the relation between direction cosines and direction ratios. Then how you are going to find the distance between the 2 points. Okay. Remaining concepts, that is direction cosine of a line passing through 2 points. Then direction cosine of coordinate axis we have to study. Then condition of parallelism and perpendicularity we have to study in order to solve with exercise number first one. Okay. So this is basic concepts. So try to recall everything whatever you have learnt in vector algebra. Okay. To learn the concept of 3D. In 3D also you have some standard derivations which will come for 5 marks. Okay. Thank you.